Culturally responsive teaching. Do I have your attention yet? Greetings, teachers. I want to clearly state that the North Carolina Department of Instruction 2021-2022 Social Studies Standards provide teachers with a framework to integrate cultural responsive or relevant pedagogy to support the needs of our diverse student body. If parents, guardians, or community members have questions about the standards or concerns, encourage them to reach out to the North Carolina Department of Instruction. Culturally responsive or relevant instruction aligns to the instructional expectations in the areas of the differentiated core, SEL, parent involvement, and intervention. According to Edutopia, culturally responsive teaching attempts to bridge the gap between teacher and student by helping the teacher understand the cultural nuances that influence instruction, which ultimately could affect student achievement. So essentially, it's not being colorblind, but celebrating the cultural differences of our students through our classroom practice. So how can we leverage cultural responsive teaching in our social studies classrooms to both increase student achievement and build relationships? Like stated in our learning outcome, it's important to plan for instruction for all learners. Gamified lesson plans provide a sense of shared vision and oneness in your classroom. While it's important to recognize differences, it's also vital in our classrooms that everyone share in the learning process. This type of lesson plan allows students to bring their unique skills to a group to reach a common goal. A simple lesson plan has now become an immersive experience when students are doing most of the thinking, creating, and coming up with the rules to the game. This teaching hack works well when teaching wars or social movements. Another tip is to ensure students have several ways to prove their knowledge. It's okay to think outside the box. From interpretive dance to culinary connections in world history, the possibilities are endless. The use of rubrics and guided research manuals are great tools for social studies assessment beyond the regular paper-pencil test. Show your students you are interested by asking them questions about their goals, dreams, and lives. If you have a genuine question about a particular culture, it's okay to do some research by using Google or speaking with a colleague or reaching out to a trusted source for genuine feedback. Another great tip is problem-based learning. Problem-based learning in the social studies classroom is highly effective. It allows students to see different perspectives to reaching the same goal, similar to a working environment. Allow for students to peer teach and show off their unique ability and skills. This helps students gain confidence not only in their abilities, but it also helps them to take ownership in their educational outcomes. Try not to confuse representation with rigor. Having diverse pictures on the wall is a great step, but does not substitute for taking a deep dive into the experiences and contributions of the individuals to the global fabric. Fuse rigor with representation whenever possible. Here are some quick social studies tips for the L student population. Make sure on the first day you're pronouncing names correctly. We want to reach out and value all of our students. That includes their names and their culture. Avoid English or shortened nicknames. Invite students to participate in your class in their home language. It enriches the entire classroom, especially in social studies. Allow proper processing time from their home language to English when asking questions aloud in call or response mode. Maintain high expectations. Be sure to activate prior knowledge from their personal experiences that relate back to the curriculum. And make sure your guests in your classroom that are speakers or just coming in to present are diverse any chance you get. Being responsive and relevant in the classroom looks like having courageous conversations. Trademark. These are the top 4 elements to having a courageous conversation with your students involving hard history. First, we must engage, meaning everyone in the class must have a voice and can share an opinion respectfully. We must speak truth with mercy and empathy. Remind the students in your class and even your coworkers and PLC members that it's okay to experience discomfort in a social studies classroom, especially when you're having a courageous conversation. And sometimes we must be content with non closure, meaning you may not have all the answers to the questions of a social discourse or dialogue, and that's okay. Some things to keep in mind: encourage students to move outside of their comfort zone. It's very important that they have diverse experiences. Make sure you stay ready so you don't have to get ready, meaning make sure you are in tune with the latest global and social issues going on in the world. And reach out. There is no question that cannot be answered without reaching out or using a resource. Thank you so much.